I started at the church in 1980. Back then, there was an evening service where testimonies were given. I remember one night there was a woman who talked about needing money for something. How she went to her mailbox and there was a check for exactly what she needed. I would listen to those testimonies and I was so shallow, I would think, I need her mailbox. I was there in church, listening, but there was a disconnect. I stumbled along for years, working, raising kids, doing what I thought was best. I was active in the church, but I always felt that I was less than I should be. I loved to read. Every day I read a book, but I had never been taught to read the Bible. I often started reading when the kids went to bed. One night I was finishing a book at 4 a.m. As I closed the book, God asked me, "What kind of wife will you be tomorrow with only 2 hours sleep? What kind of mother? What kind of employee?" I was so convicted. People are addicted to drinking and drugs, but reading? And I realized that was me. The next day I promised I would read nothing but my Bible. I thought it would be so hard, but it was compelling. I read the Old Testament and I read it again. The stories, love, war, family, sex, history, faith. The Bible's got it all. Then I started on the New Testament, Jesus, the story of God's love. For over 10 years, I read nothing but my Bible. It wasn't just a good story, it became my story. A story of God's love for me, His faithfulness, His way for me. I learned how to make decisions by giving them to Him. My desire for His will became stronger than my emotions. The people in my Bible became examples for me. Joseph taught me life isn't fair. David taught me I could cry out to God. The prophets taught me obedience. Jesus taught me what love is. I had an insatiable appetite for learning from God's Word. Years later, I continued to read my Bible, and God shows me something new each day. I am hungry for His Word and the opportunity to share it. I've worked in classrooms, prayed in hospital rooms, and walked behind coffins. I've also had the honor of leading other women in Bible study for many years. I have known the joy of family and grandchildren. I have known great loss. This year more than ever, with the loss of my beloved Tommy. But at the end of the day, it is the scriptures I've read and memorized that keep me steady. They bring me comfort, joy, and a promise of God's faithfulness, now and always.